hadith from Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, where the Prophet ﷺ said to her to set up a barrier between herself and Jahannam. وَلَوْ بِشِقِّ تَمْرَةٍ, even with half a date. And the Prophet ﷺ said, فَإِنَّهَا تَسُدُّ مِنَ الْجَائِعِ مَسَدَّهَا مِنَ الشَّبْعَانِ. The Prophet ﷺ said that it settles the hungry in the place of the full. And what that means, according to many of the scholars, is that the sweetness of that date. You know, someone who's very hungry, maybe that date is not going to fully fill their stomach. That half a date's not going to fully fill their stomach. But the nutrition of it, the sweetness of it, would at least make it more bearable. You know, in the Syrian refugee camps, many of you, mashallah, donated what you donated. Those toys that you give out there in those Syrian refugee camps, the kids are not asking what color is it and is it the latest model. It's a toy. They will line up and they'll take the toy because that toy to them is the same as an Xbox or whatever it is for your child over here. It means something else to them. And so that leftover meal for them, that leftover used dress or clothing for them, that leftover blanket, that extra food, think always about the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. If a person would even take an animal over to their neighbor and say benefit from its milk for a few days. And that's the reward of freeing a person from slavery. And the Prophet ﷺ said to free someone from slavery is to free your entire body from the fire. SubhanAllah. Allah writes it down. So let's take that mindset of the Prophet ﷺ and learn through that detachment from this world, detachment from greed, and increase, inshaAllah ta'ala, in that focus on what these little things could be. May Allah make them mountains of reward for us on the Day of Judgment. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow our hearts to be connected to Him